Right now, 500 loaded cannons are aimed at the sky directly beneath your feet. These are the world's active volcanoes. If they all fire at the same second, the Earth's crust will simply snap. Imagine the entire planet as a giant pressure cooker, where the lid has been welded shut. The pressure builds until the solid rock casing can no longer hold the heat in, and the world rips open. Internal heat, stored for millions of years, tears through the ground. Magma chambers shatter their stone walls, sending trapped gases screaming out at 3 times the speed of sound. This explosion creates a planetary shockwave that destroys the air we breathe. In seconds, the sky is replaced by a 900-degree shell of lethal ash. Within 10 seconds, the air turns into a flying wall of broken glass. Sulfur dioxide at 900 degrees Celsius replaces all oxygen. The air becomes 3 times thicker near every volcano, turning the atmosphere into a heavy, suffocating fluid. This isn't just smoke. It's a physical weight that crushes everything in its path. Microscopic shards of volcanic ash, essentially pulverized glass, fill the lungs of every living thing. This is a mechanical shutdown. The glass shards shred tissues like tiny razor blades, while the extreme heat turns skin to charcoal instantly. At the same time, the sound of 500 eruptions hits 200 decibels. This noise is a physical force. It vibrates reinforced concrete until it turns to dust and liquefies human tissue through pure vibration. By the first hour, the sky is gone. 2,000 billion tons of ash seal the atmosphere like a lead lid, blocking out 95% of all sunlight. The sun is erased. Without solar energy, land temperatures drop by 2 degrees Celsius every 60 minutes. The ground begins to shrink and crack like a hot engine block doused in ice water. These massive cracks rip across every continent as the Earth's surface physically contracts. While the surface freezes, the air near the ground becomes a high-pressure oven. At hour 10, the heat reaches the 65,000-kilometer crack in the ocean floor. The Earth's core bleeds heat directly into the sea, pushing water temperatures to 400 degrees Celsius. Under the massive weight of the ocean, this water cannot boil. Instead, it turns into a corrosive chemical that dissolves the sea floor like sugar in hot coffee. This massive heat injection kills the ocean currents. The planet's cooling system is dead. As cold water hits the rising plumes of superheated magma, it expands like a bomb, creating tsunamis 100 meters high. These walls of water move at the speed of a jet plane, acting as hydraulic hammers that flatten entire cities and erase coastlines in seconds. Within 24 hours, the sky becomes a giant chemical factory. Acid rain falls with the same strength as car battery acid. This liquid melts stone and turns metal buildings into piles of rust. The acid strips the soil of everything, sterilizing the ground. The runoff into the oceans creates a toxic, metallic sludge, making the water as thick and deadly as industrial waste. 1 week later, the ground literally caves in. The magma that supported the crust is gone, leaving 500 massive empty holes beneath the surface. The weight of the continents causes the Earth to collapse inward, triggering constant magnitude 9.0 earthquakes. The Earth's crust is no longer a solid shell. It is a collection of broken stone slabs grinding against each other. This shift in weight changes the Earth's center of gravity, causing the planet to wobble on its axis. 1 month later, the Earth's magnetic shield begins to flicker and fail. The shifting weight of the crust has disrupted the liquid metal spinning in the planet's core, breaking the internal generator that protects us from space. Without this magnetic bubble, the solar wind hits the upper atmosphere like a continuous physical sandstorm. High-energy particles from the sun begin to strip away the steam layers, literally peeling the planet's gas skin and dragging it into the void. The Earth starts trailing a massive tail of gas, like a dying comet. This is the mechanical removal of the planet's protective shield, leaving only the heaviest, most toxic gases trapped against the scorched surface by gravity. The final state is a permanent furnace. Carbon dioxide builds up until the air traps 99% of all heat. Surface temperatures climb to 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. The world becomes a sterile, red desert where liquid water can never exist again. Gravity holds the heavy, toxic sky against the scorched crust, but the lack of a cooling system ensures the surface remains a permanent oven, locking the planet into total tectonic and biological stagnation.